Reasoning, as we said before, means to derive logical conclusions. So that process of deriving logical conclusions from certain given facts or statements or propositions, okay, is what we call as reasoning. I'm reminded of a definition. Somebody said the process of working with knowledge, with facts and problem-solving strategies to draw conclusions is what we call as reasoning. Well, better still, as I said, all we're saying is that process of deriving logical conclusions from given facts using the knowledge that you have. Okay, what is inference? Inference means to conclude or to infer, extract new information. So inference is the means by which we reason from given knowledge to the next level of the knowledge. Okay, so we infer or extract new knowledge, new information from some given knowledge, as we did discussed in a number of other videos. You are given one or two statements and you conclude the third one, which is your valid deduction. So that is the inference, okay, the deduction or conclusion that you've arrived at. Logic is the study of rules of inference, rules of extracting, inferring new information. Initially, we thought that we could provide computers, a very interesting idea. Initially, it was thought that if we could, equip the computers with a lot of fundamental rules, the static knowledge, and then rules of inference, how to conclude new information, and then let them do the dirty work themselves and come up with solutions. Well, it really didn't work, because the thing is, the computers, they don't know about the inference rules, how to apply to them. So what we need to do is that, and this was a realization that occurred over a period of time, that inference rules, they help avoid exhaustive searches. Otherwise, that computer we're trying to automate itself will never be able to come back with a solution. So a relatively simple general AI system must include rules of inference. Otherwise, as I said, those problems will become unmanageable, exhaustive searches. Okay, you won't be able to come back with a solution within a reasonable amount of time, even with most capable computer systems. Reasoning is a mental process of deriving something, logical conclusions, which we do every day. For instance, size of boxes. So you compare simply by looking at them, you can say this is bigger and this is smaller. You make predictions that if the following things happen, the following thing will happen. So if the stocks have gone down today, tomorrow or the day after, they're going to rebound and come back again. So this is a kind of a predictive reasoning that you've done using your mental processes. And of course, reasoning is a way to infer new facts from some given information. Reasoning is also a general process of thinking rationally to find valid conclusions. And like we said before elsewhere, that the machine also, the agent also needs to think rationally, just like the human brain, for which reasoning is essential. So what is logical inference or conclusion? Let's start with the sentence, John likes Mary. And another sentence, Mary is coming to the party. After a certain amount of manipulation, you can produce the sentence that someone that John likes is coming to the party. So this is a form of reasoning. It's called logical inference, because final sentence represents a logical conclusion of the propositions represented by the initial ones. And another interesting thing, reasoning is a form of calculation, but not like arithmetic, but reasoning over symbolic symbols that stand for propositions rather than numbers. So the connection between knowledge and action, some vital questions. If you have knowledge, you take certain valid actions. Okay. For that, you need to have reasoning to be able to take those actions. Let's consider one small system that only knows that Shaukat Hussain is a tabla musician. And you also know that all tabla musicians can play their instruments very well. Now, if we ask the following question, is Shaukat Hussain a tabla musician? Or can tabla musicians play their instruments well? Okay, the answer is straightforward. But if you ask the question, can Shaukat Hussain play his instruments well? It needs a little bit of reasoning. Okay, so I hope this was interesting, useful. Thank you very much.